Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of my Better Wolves series. I did quite a bit off camera. I kind of organized all my chests here. Just general wood stuff. Just blocks. These are my valuables and extra dump chests if things don't fit in these guys. We can always build more chests later, and maybe up here with all the mechanics and stuff, we could build like some extra bulk storage, or maybe more bulk storage wherever we need it. As you can see, I did some mining off camera, and I found me some blue shine rocks that I think I'll be using right now alongside this guy. You and you. I actually made an extra ingot because I forgot that axes only require 2 ingots instead of 3. That's fine. We can just save that diamond ingot for later. Maybe I can make some diamond armor with it. So other things, you can see that there's a thingamabob on top of the windmill right there. That is a lightning rod. I had a thunderstorm that happened, so I had to turn off the windmill. Oh, it's a storm. Gotta turn off the windmill. Alright. And then somehow the windmill fell apart. Where did the windmill go? And yeah, I almost died. What was that? But I got all the resources needed to build a new one. That's neat. These chickens have actually been providing quite a bit of raw eggs. Haven't been eating them because if I just show you here in the recipes, let's go. Egg. You can see that you could combine eggs with some mushrooms to get some raw, some omelets. With the milk bucket, go down a milk bucket to get scrambled eggs. And just general things like that. You can basically combine the eggs with some other foods to create better foods. That's why I've just been kind of saving the raw eggs. That also means that I like to go out and just grab some more animals. The original base has been abandoned. The old windmill still stands, but kind of grew some vines. Yeah. Seen better days. No, I put those vines in there because vines are actually useful to build vine traps, which kind of act like it's a mob trap type of thing. Mobs, you put them together. Yeah, you take the 3 vines together, you make a vine trap. It's kind of like when you see other players use like open trapdoors to fool the mob AI pathing, and they basically think it's a block they can walk on, but they fall because the trapdoor is open. It pretty much acts like that, except it's an actual item designed for that purpose. Anyhow, the first thing I'll actually like to do, as you see here, is I built another turntable. Well, somewhere around the base, I like to actually build a turntable. I can make some pottery things with. Crucible is one item I could build, but there's more items I can. Iron's meant to go up there. There's more items I can actually make out of pottery. I only just showed the first thing you can make. I'll just put the turntable there. Anyways, right here. No, right here. No, here. Where'd I put my clay? I put my clay here. I don't know why. This is the wood chest. It probably should go in here. Anyways, with these clay, we could make this right here, block of clay, and first thing I shown you was this. This is the crucible, but we don't need to build another one of these. This is a planter. Planters are actually pretty useful. This is a vase. This is decorative. But what I really want to get is this. This is an urn. Well, it's going to be an urn. Useful for later. Yep. and like another one of those urns. And another thing I actually would like to build or get right now is a planter. You know, over in the farm area where we get weeds, a planter is okay. Let me move away from my setups I have over there. Over there by the weeds. Over there by the farms. Weeds would spawn sometimes. A planter prevents the weeds from spawning. Yeah, that's pretty much it. If I want a massive farm, I would need tons of these planters. And I don't really have the clay right now to do that. Plus, the cooking process is really slow. So I'll need to build some farm setups. Some automation setups to speed those along. And so while this is cooking up, I guess we can work on the next setup. Alright, this is really taking its time. Alright, doing some just rejigging here. We have the new hopper right here being powered over the side. The main thing is I just need the block below it to be empty, and also to be able to access it for this guy. But of course, this guy isn't done yet, and it's taking quite some time. We'll just let it do its thing. Another thing I like to show you, I have to put the sound down real low. You probably heard the millstones going off around here. Yeah. So I have 2 millstones down here, and a water coming from the ocean, and just doing some water physics, making sure that the water pushes itself over here. And yeah, the water pushes itself over into this little hopper right here. And the hopper picks things up, kind of like vanilla hoppers. The hoppers up there put the items into the millstone, and I kind of put the millstones over in this direction because I didn't want to hear them all the time. You still can hear them all the time, so I might push them back a bit more, or maybe push them more underground. And if I push them underground more, maybe I can build this side out more and build more furnace, like kiln setups and stuff like that. Yeah, this is the base so far. It's not finished. I don't really want to continue it more. I would like to actually have more wood types to work with. Let me just put the volume back up to normal. But you know, you gotta work with what you got. I want to tear you down. At least these guys temporarily for now. Alright, so just doing a little bit more on the base. I want to extend the kiln out a few more blocks. Three more blocks, so we can have 3 more kilns right over here. Over here is where I want to build the new cauldron. I'm going to take the cauldron and put it over here now. And now you look at that, the urn's done. So we can take the second one and actually start working that. This is what you would do with the urns. You put them underneath the hopper. I believe in this chest. Nope. This one down here. Nope. This guy right here. I got some ground netherrack. And if you take... So before I was just kind of throwing all the ground netherrack I have, just tossing it in the power hopper with the soul sand filter. But if you take 8 of these and toss them on top of there, you'll have a soul urn. You'll build the lost souls in the netherrack into the soul urn. Alright, I just made the second soul urn. Now I want to build the special thing I wanted to make. It's raining. 6 sugar cane. You probably guess what I'm trying to make here. And a compass. 2 of these guys, and we make a map. And I want to open the map right now, and I don't see anything. What's going on? There it is. I guess I need to see the sky in order for this to work. What I want to do with the map, though, is make some more paper. Yeah, I messed this up. I I wanted to, I guess I could build some more farms over in that direction. But what I wanted to do was, scale this map out like 3 or 4 times and then explore with that map. I figured that would be a decent way of exploring, but, yeah, I kind of messed this one up. Alright, don't worry, I got more, urns being cooked up. And I got more grounded netherrack to be converted. Montage time. So I decided to go to the nether to kill some more blazes to get some blaze rods to make hibachis. And the first time fighting a blaze, it didn't really go out so well. Got a bit hurt and took a bit of damage, but we didn't die. But we managed to kill a blaze. We can make 2 more hibachis out of that. That's pretty neat. And we placed the hibachi underneath the kiln, speed up the kiln and also the crucible, but mostly the kiln, so we can speed up urn process. Making some more soul urns right here, so I could recreate the map, and this time I didn't mess things up. This time I fully scaled up the map. Now I'm off to find some animals, looking mostly to get cows. We can't attract pigs, and sheep aren't that very useful for me right now. Here's a nice herd of cows we could bring home. And then we brought in a sheep friend, and a lot more sheep friend. Too many sheep friend at this point. The cows decided to jump in a pool of water, so I had to let them out, but that meant killing some of the sheep. Out of mine, thinned the herd. Hello, wolf friend. Goodbye, wolf friend. After a day's trip, we got ourselves 3 cows and a sheep. Pretty neat. Hey, look at that! The lightning rod works! Yeah, so that was me doing a bit of narration for some of the things that I've done. If you enjoyed that, hey, leave a comment or something. Maybe I'll do more of that type of style of content. Yeah, so we brought back some cows over here, and we also have 1 black sheep. And you saw over there in our chicken farm, that land I have isn't even enough for maintaining 4 chickens. I do not think this land is enough to maintain 3 cows and a sheep. So I might want to actually build more pens for those guys. Anyhow, though, earlier I said how I didn't want to use the raw eggs. I didn't want to eat the raw eggs just yet because you could combine them with other materials. And I said one of them was milk. I already milked the cows earlier. And I already made a bit of omelets. They are being processed or cooked in here right now. I don't think I actually mentioned this, but when it becomes dawn, the chickens will lay their eggs. And then you could feed them the chicken food. If I can remember what it was called. The chicken feed, yeah. Chicken feed, it's almost the same thing. And they will be able to, and the next morning they'll produce more, an egg. Of course, the pens I've built for them are not big enough for all these chickens. I'm gonna have to come up with a better way of maintaining these animals. Which I might do on the next episode. Yeah, these animals are eating all this land away. I'm gonna have to make some more, expand this pen out. Maybe move the sheep out of there. Wow, how much land does these animals need to survive? Actually, something special you can do with the milk. You also have some cocoa powder, which we got this from Dungeon earlier in another episode. And also take a piece of sugar from sugar cane. To make sugar, you gotta grind it down in the millstones down there. Anyhow, if you get some milk, some cocoa powder, and sugar, we'll be building something. And what we make is chocolate. Now, chocolate is it's a food item you can eat. You can eat chocolate even if you're full, so you can gain fat if you want to gain fat. I don't really view that as useful, but if you want to gain fat that way, you can. But the main thing that chocolate's used for is to attract pigs, because you can attract pigs with chocolate. Of course, there's a limited amount of chocolate I can make because I don't have cocoa beans. And these pens this pen is already too small for these 4 animals, so I'm gonna need to build another one. If the cows actually regain their udders every day like that, or every other day like that, then we can actually make a lot of food that way. I might want to just tear down this mountain. Might be a bad idea since it might be a lot of work. Yeah, so this pen area is just too small for these animals. That all the grass is pretty much gone, and these animals are going to be starving pretty soon. So what I need to do is build more pens. I'm going to build one kind of right there, I guess. And also I'm going to probably extend this pen out probably to the edges over here. So let me do that. Never mind. The the sheep died anyways. Alright, so I just expanded the pen out and added this little bit over here. I also put more fence posts down. Hopefully these fence posts will help let the grass spread. See, what happens is that the fence posts prevent the animals from walking in that space because the fence post is there. That lets the grass that the fence post is on top of stay, and that grass is then able to spread to the other grass nearby. So I'm hoping that increasing the amount of fence posts around will help increase the amount of grass spreading. I need to give these cows a lot more tall grass to make sure they don't starve, though. So maybe just running around my base, clearing all this tall grass. I want to get rid of all this tall grass around my base anyways. Anyhow, another quick thing I like to do. You may remember this recipe from earlier. If you remember the things I'm grabbing if you recognize the things I'm grabbing right now. We just need a bucket of water. Still gotta light up that area. And a recipe like this, and we build ourselves a second cauldron. Anyhows, we got ourselves a second cauldron. And if I head down here and just kind of turn off the fire for now and head back up. Break this guy, and we could plop the cauldron there temporarily. Now we have ourselves a cauldron that has stoked fire underneath it. So if we take, I don't know why the raw beef's up there for. We take something like these raw pork chops, and I'll take only 2, and we throw them in there. It's gonna start cooking kind of slowly since we only have 2 hibachis running for this guy right now. And the pork chops create tallow. Food items in the cauldron, they turn into tallow. Depends on the type of food item you use. A pork chop is one pork chop turns into 1 tallow, 2 beef turns into a tallow, and so on and so forth. So, you know, pork chops probably are the best thing to use. Another thing we could build is if I could take these leather boots and also take 6 more leather. I could throw these guys in there and they'll also start processing and making something. And so what we could do with the tallow, oh, this area is still super loud. I'll just take these hemp fibers away. What we could do with the tallow is if we have some hemp fibers and like that, we could build candles. And candles are like the final evolution for torches. as candles do not set things on fire. Of course, I can't hang them on walls like I could do with torches. Yeah, so I can actually place down some candles in here, light up the base area now, and not have to worry about these torches burning things down, which is neat. I put leather in there, and the leather processes itself into glue. Glue can be used in some recipes that slime balls can be used in. Okay, a zombie died down there. Yeah, glue can be used to turn this cobblestone into the sticky variety. Although that's not what we want to be using the tallow, the glue for right now. Yeah, so the main use we want for glue is to build a watermill. I showed that off in the last episode in my test video, my test world. And these chickens seem to not have laid their eggs. Maybe I forgot to feed them. And so the watermill's benefit is that it doesn't stop from rain. It just keeps going. All you need is just a source of water. Of course, you need to be near a source of water in order to create mechanical power. So you can't build a watermill in the nether or in the end. But it doesn't rain in the nether or the end, so the benefit there. This windmill is pretty much not usable when it thunders, and also you might want to turn off your windmill setup when you're not around your base, because if it rains and it thunders and you're not around, then your windmill setup, your mechanical power setup, is gonna break apart, and you're gonna lose some bits and bobs. Watermill, you don't have to worry about that at all. As long as flowing water's there, it should be fine. But I'm not going to be making a watermill today. I don't really have a need for a watermill, because it's also the end of the episode. Yep, we did quite a bit today. Got some cows and, well, a sheep, but the sheep died. I got to make sure these guys don't die. We got some chocolate. So once I take care of the cows, I can actually make another pen for pigs. Next episode, I'll be working on one of those things. Until then, this is Frost. Goodbye.